And welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader, hoping that you're following the leader. And I wanted to start off this year with a first video of 2023 with my thoughts of what I think is going to happen this year, especially in cryptocurrency. There's a lot I think that's going to happen, but I'm not going to talk about particular projects. I'm going to talk about just the big picture, okay? The big picture is that I think there's four major categories that we need to talk about, and I'll be talking about a lot this year. And we're going to see how things go as the year progresses, because there's going to be a lot of events that are happening for sure. So let's start with number one. Number one, I think, is CBDCs, bar none. So CBDCs, that's the central bank digital currencies. I made a video earlier this year, well, last year now, called ABCs of CBDC. I'll put it right up here, right near next to them, or it'll pop up right next to my logo. And that's going to talk about why we're concerned about central bank digital currencies. There's been some in Africa that have failed. There's been some in other countries that have been tried. It's going to be tried a lot, and it's going to be, I almost put CBDCs and inflation as the category, because inflation is going to be a dominant topic throughout the economics. And that's why, not just because it's cold, but we're in the EconomicPreppers sweatshirt. Inflation is going to be real, and CBDCs are going to be pitched and given to the masses. Quite literally, could be airdrops, could be through apps. We'll see how it's distributed, but CBDCs will be launched, and I predict in a Western country, probably Europe first, then it'll trickle over the United States. Probably Canada will come before the United States, but it'll be pitched by the powers that be as a savior or getting us out of the issues with inflation. It's not going to be the truth. It's going to be another method of control. We're not going to go into that. Go watch the other video to talk about more. But that's topic number one, and I could probably put it as topics 1 through 5 this year. It's going to be that dominant of a topic for 2023. Next topic kind of goes along with the first topic, which is adoption with warnings and concerns. So more and more people are going to get involved into cryptocurrency, but there's going to be a lot of issues that happen with it because they're just not going to be informed. And that's kind of my job. It's now kind of your job too. If you've been in crypto more than a few months, you know what a Bitcoin address is. You're way ahead of the curve. You're going to have to help out your local communities to some degree, especially your family and friends, to explain what the heck is this cryptocurrency? Why is CBDC that much worse than Bitcoin and other coins? You should be able to rattle that off very quickly. Hopefully they'll understand, but you'll probably have to repeat yourself a few times. But that's going to be what 2023 is going to be a lot like. And that's, for people that have been in the cryptocurrency space for a long time, it's a bit troublesome for us because we've been over these conversations hundreds of times. But we have to educate and educate and educate. And now we're going to have another vehicle to educate against, because the masses, the powers that be, those in control of the financial system right now are going to launch the CBDCs to try to lengthen the time that this financial system can last. And we know it's pretty much those of us who've been following us a long enough time. If you're new to the channel, welcome. But like those of us we've been talking for months now that the economy is on its last legs. Not the economy, but the financial system, which means the dollar is crumbling, which means a new system must emerge in some way, shape, or form. The powers that be want it to be a digital dollar, digital euro under a central bank digital currency, which will give them total control over programmable money. You can shut off money whenever they want. They can put whatever rules they want in place. They can track whatever they want. They'll start to eliminate cash. That'll be a major problem. But those are the kind of things that you need to be concerned about. And please go watch the CBDC, ABCs of CBDCs. I know it's a mouthful, but that's the best title I could come up with for that topic. But there's going to be lots of discussions on it, probably at least every month, probably several videos every month about CBDCs. We're going to have to bang this into people's heads that we don't want these because it's a control thing. So hopefully the masses will start to understand quickly this time. Topic number 2 with the adoption is warnings and concerns. Again, with the CBDCs, it's going to be a natural conversation that leads into cryptocurrency. And people are going to have to educate themselves about CBDCs, cryptocurrency, how to store it securely and safely. And that's going to keep us very busy in 2023 as more and more people head into it. There's also going to be more adoption. I think more adoption is going to happen for businesses, countries, and I have another one. Businesses adoption, I think it wrote it twice. That's that important. Business adoption is going to come much more rapidly than people adoption, or Like, we're going to see business to business versus business to consumer. Business to business is going to solve some problems for internet orders and internet money, which is kind of what Bitcoin was originally discussed as being. But it's going to be easier for companies to adapt because there's going to be mechanisms for them to adapt. There's going to be rails that are put out there. There's going to be options for them to take cryptocurrency payments, like through Strike and other applications. Wallets will be easier to set. Things will be easier to set for tracking tax purposes. By the way, if you need tax purpose tracking, please contact Patrick or Tim over at ProBitcoinSolutions. They've got a great answer for you if you want to track your tax transactions for 2021, 2022, whatever you want to track, they'll help you out. So that's going to happen a lot, but the bigger driver is going to be country adoption. It's going to be a race to get whatever they can as far as grabbing as much Bitcoin as possible in the marketplace. That's why the prices, I believe, have been so stagnant, dormant, static for the last several months. People are getting tired, worn out, try to move to something else that might give them a return. And just when those paper hands cash out, that's when the people are going to swoop in and grab that Bitcoin. There's just a limited number. There's only 21 million of it. Only almost 20 million of it has been made already. Several million have been lost. There's not that many of them out there. So you hear about, buying thousands of Bitcoins for countries or big companies. You can only do that so many times when there's only 15-ish million available in the total market, let alone what's available in a liquid or in an exchange. So countries are going to adopt faster. I've talked about countries time and time again. I've talked about the BRICS nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. We're going to see the expansion of BRICS. We're going to see Turkey and Saudi Arabia talking about this very quickly. Dubai wants to be the capital of, and the UAE wants to be a capital of crypto. Crypto is much more needed on a global scale, on the international scale, outside of the G7, outside of the dollar system. It solves a lot of problems. All right. Third thing, I got four things. I want to get to all four. Third, consolidation and acquisition. I think that much like in the .com, the .bomb that I've seen in the past with pets.com, and you can draw the parallels of what happened in 2022 for crypto to the .com crash about 22 years ago. For when pets.com advertised in the Super Bowl, they went belly up and so on and so on. So basically all these number of internet companies shrunk down, and the big boys either bought them or let them wither and die. I think this is what's going to happen in crypto. I think that you're going to see the top 1,000 tokens they'll be the race to survive. I think the top 100 looks pretty safe, not always safe, not 100% safe, not financial advice, but most of the top 100 looks to be safe. Coins 101 to 500 are going to be trying to partner with those guys and just like they're going to look for synergies and like, hey, your team's working on this, my team's working on this. How about you work on that part? I'll work on this part. We'll put together, and then you guys can acquire us or something. There'll be deals struck like that. I don't even want to speculate, but I know that there's a couple there's several companies that are trying to do the similar things. So look for them for consolidation. For example, I wouldn't be surprised if OpenSea bought other NFT companies, for example. Just an example. I have no inside information on that, just throwing it out there, but that's the kind of consolidation I see. So if there's 10 companies that do point of sale for crypto, look for the top 2 or 3 to consolidate, become like the major player, and let the other ones just die off. Things like that are going to happen. That's how we're going to shrink this market from 20,000 products back down to a few thousand, because there's just too many right now. And then lastly, the fourth topic I want to get to, which kind of wraps it all up, confusion. We're going to have confusion by the masses who don't understand cryptocurrency, central bank digital currencies, and open blockchains and ledgers like Bitcoin. So you've got those issues. You're going to have that confusion. You can have confusion in the marketplace. You can have confusion in the media as they try to tell you that the CBDCs are just like Bitcoin. Watch it happen. We know it's not true, but watch it happen. And if you don't understand why it's, keep watching my channel if you don't understand why there's a big difference between central bank digital currencies and Bitcoin. So companies will also get confused as they try to catch up and get into the crypto space and accept those payments. They're going to be reaching out to companies like Patrick and myself, consultants like us, to help them to get further into the crypto space for people that know this business and know cryptocurrency well. But there's going to be confusion in the masses, confusion of companies, confusion of countries. confusion all over the globe, not just for crypto, but for other things. And when I could have put a fifth category, which is major world events, which inevitably are going to happen, when so many things are going to happen and be impactful on people's lives, getting into crypto is not going to be the first thing on their mind. So we may see a slow market as things instill the true need to get into cryptocurrencies or to get away from CBDCs emerges across the globe. So what are your thoughts? What are your top 4 or 5 things that you're looking to find in 2023 or expect to be the top of the list? What do you think of my list? Did I get these right? Do you think that this is going to stand the test of time well? Who knows? I'd love to. I read every comment. I thank you for watching every video. Looking forward to doing a ton of more videos in 2023 on various channels, of course, as we figure out the consolidation that we're all going through. But I'd love to read your feedback. Leave a comment down below. But with all that said, I'm going to close the door in the bureau, say follow leader one more time, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.